tried baking? If not, I'm sure you have already tried eating baked products, such as bread, cake, and other pastries. What do you think are the ingredients in these baked products? What are your guesses? Okay, let's try to check whether your guesses are correct as we go on with our lesson for today. Today, we're going to discuss about the 7 major ingredients in baking and its function. The first baking ingredient is flour. Is your guess correct? Very good. Flour is a powdery substance produced by finely grinding grain through the process called milling. There are different types of flour used in baking. Bread flour has a protein content of 12 to 14%. It is the strongest of all flour, providing the most structural support, and it's used in baking breads. All-purpose flour. It is milled from a mixture of soft and hard wheat, with a moderate protein content. It is the most versatile flour, capable of producing flaky pie crust and fluffy biscuits. Cake flour. The flour with the lowest protein content from 5 to 8%. The lack of gluten-forming proteins makes the cake flour ideal for baked goods such as muffins and cakes. Self-rising flour. Flour which baking powder and salt have been added during milling. Again, what are the 4 types of flour? The first one is bread flour, all-purpose flour, cake flour, and self-rising flour. The second baking ingredient is sugar. Is your guess a while ago correct? Very good. Sugar is responsible for attractive golden brown color of baked products. It contributes to the development of good flavor and aroma to baked products. There are different kinds of sugar: the brown sugar, white or refined sugar, and powdered sugar. The third baking ingredient is shortening. Did you guess shortening a while ago? Very good. Shortening is another term for fat used in baking. Shortening gives pastries and baked products a golden color and a tender texture. The example of shortening are margarine, vegetable oil, and butter. The fourth baking ingredient is leavening agent. Did you guess leavening agent a while ago? Very good. Leavening agent is a substance that is used in baking to make the product rise. Leavening agent help create structure through gas expansion. There are 3 types of leavening agent. The first one is baking soda. It reacts with acid. The reaction causes bubbles of carbon dioxide to form throughout the food and expanding it. The second one is baking powder. Baking powder is a leavening made up of baking soda and an acidic salt that is activated with heat. The last one is yeast. Yeast is widely used biological leavening agent. It comprises of tiny and dehydrated granules. Again, what are the 3 types of leavening agent? The first one is baking soda, baking powder, and the last one is yeast. The fifth baking ingredient is liquid. Is your guess a while ago correct? Very good. Liquid contributes to the moistness and increases the final volume of the baked products. Milk, water, and fruit juices used in baking also enhances the flavor of baked products. The sixth baking ingredient is egg. Have you guessed eggs? Correct. Eggs are one of the important ingredients in baking. Eggs hold the shape and maintain the structure of the cake and other baked products. The seventh baking ingredient is flavoring and spices. Is your guess correct? Very good. Flavoring and spices gives flavor, color, and aroma to baked products. Examples: chocolates, vanilla, food coloring, cheese, fruit flavors, and salt. Remember that we have 7 major ingredients in baking: the flour, sugar, shortening, leavening agents, eggs, liquid ingredients, and flavoring and spices. Flour has 4 types: the bread flour, all-purpose flour, cake flour, and self-rising flour. The sugar. Sugar has three types: the brown sugar, refined or white sugar, and powdered sugar. There are three types of leavening agent: the baking soda, baking powder, and yeast. I hope you learned a lot about the 7 major ingredients and baking.